What up, guys? Any tier guild forever. This is going to be the last set of reactions for Rental Girlfriend. So, after this, we are done with the week of manga, and next we are going to get into a week of movies, regardless whether they're anime movies, live action movies, Disney movies, whatever, the good shit. So, yeah, just letting you guys know that right now. But we're not going to start it until the following week. So, that means right now we are entering the end of this week. So pretty much it's not starting till Monday. So there's plenty of time for you guys to decide on which movies you want to vote for. I'll explain further on it once I have it ready. But pretty much I'm giving you guys till tonight, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday time's up. Alright? So I'm letting you guys know that right now as a sneak peek. So stay tuned if you want to make sure you don't miss out on that. But anyway, guys, let's just get into review for these chapters themselves. So I'm liking that it's very obvious that the relationship between Mizuhara and Kazuya is slowly starting to form and becoming something a bit more, little by little, even though Mizuhara is low-key in her own way denying it, but at the same time, in her own way, she's making certain attempts that stand out above the level, above the radar for just being a rental. Sorry guys, reading manga makes me lose my breath. So with that being said, now it's a matter of how is it going to like at one point, because right now, like I said, like Mizuhara, I know, like I said, she's not going to directly say it, but I know in her own way she's already feeling something a little bit more than Kazuya, a little bit more for Kazuya, based on how she shows it in these panels. But at the same time, she's not ready to just completely jump the gun and just try to, be something more with him than just being a rental. She's kind of just trying to do little things to see what kind of effect they impact on not only herself, but with Kazuya himself also. Well, Kazuya is just receiving it and not knowing what to do. Like, it's slowly starting to fester, their relationship. It's just a matter of how Kaguya reacts to certain things she does. If he doesn't give enough to where she can take it as something more, or for her to feel in a certain way to where maybe she does want something to pursue with him. But for now, it's kind of like subtle suggestions, but not all in, if that makes sense. And while at the same time, let's also talk about Kuri and his girlfriend, because I took some time to think, and I feel like that girl could be a rental. Because how does it explain that she knows that Chizuru is a rental? How would she know that? It makes no effing sense unless there's another reason. Reason number 2 could be, remember when Kazuya and her bumped into each other toward the end of chapter 20? He bumped into her right after he was done conversing with Chizuru. So my only other reason is that she could have heard Chizuru and Kazuya talk about their little rental thing. But at the same time, look, I'm not trying to downplay Kuri, but let's be real. Him, Kiri is kind of a weirdo, but him being with, this freaking, high class girl out of the blue like this, it comes as rather suspicious. Because we saw no build-up, no development, no nothing. Not even a reference. Now, if it was one of the girls that they hung out with before, and when I mean one of the girls, like the ones at the beach, then I would believe it a bit more. But this is so out of left field. There was no build-up, no mentions, no reference, or nothing of this girl ever being a part of Kiri's life. Whether it was as, let's just say if we started chapter 1, right? And Kiri was talking with some random girl, and this girl Ruka happens to be that random girl, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, he's in a relationship with her. It would make more sense that way, because at least we have a reference. No, she was barely introduced toward the end of chapter 20, and then during chapter 21 we got to know a little bit more about her, and then out of nowhere she talks about like, oh, Chizuru, I know what you are, and I know you're a rental girl. I'm like, how in God's name do you even know this girl? You don't know anything about Chizuru. You don't know anything about them at all. You met Kazuya in the toward the end of last. This is why I'm saying maybe she did overheard it, because she saw him. She saw him directly after their conversation between Chizuru and Kazuya finished. Right when that conversation was done, that's when she like, encountered him. So I feel like she must have overheard them, or she's a rental girl. It comes down to those two things. Either number one, she's a rental girlfriend, or number two, she happened to overhear them after their conversation was over, making it look like, oh, he just randomly bumped into her. But no, I don't know. It was on purpose, or maybe she accidentally bumped into him because she was trying to get away and accidentally bumped into him while running. Some crap like that. But again, we don't know exactly sure. We don't really know anything about this girl Ruka. We have to venture into more chapters to really know. But for now, this is pretty much going to be it for Rent a Girlfriend for quite a bit. And since this is the last video for Rent a Girlfriend for quite a bit, guys, let me know in the comment section how did you felt about this? Would you want to see more chapters of Rental Girlfriend again in the future, or was this like meh? Let me know. Especially let me know of any criticisms, but without being impolite. Give me certain criticism about like what I can do better to make the manga reactions more enjoyable. Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Just give me some things you want to see during my manga reactions, because again, when it comes to manga reactions, I don't feel like I'm the most like experienced at it yet, but I'm willing to take some criticism and take some advice as long as it's polite and not being a douche. So yeah, just letting you guys know all that. Again, looking forward to movie night. I will say this as a sneak peek. I will say that so movie night will come down to 7 slots. Two of those slots are already taken up. I'm gonna let you know right now. One of the slots is a Weathering with You. The other one is a Rascal Girls something. Those of you that know, all the series of Rascal Girls is on my Patreon. But the movie will get posted on YouTube. So if you guys want to see it, make sure you go on my Patreon. But other than that, let's just see how things are going from here. Another thing, let me know what you guys think of the Master Juggle program that my subscribers, mods, and everyone helped me with. Let me know, do you like this new idea of dividing all these times to manga, anime, games, movies, and so on, or do you prefer a different way of arrangement? Let me know what you guys all think. Again, this is still new and experimental. I'm still testing the waters with it, but at the same time, I want to do more of it to see how much it would do to impact my channel. It's done a lot to impact my Patreon, which I'm very grateful for. Make sure you guys follow, go out and check my Patreon. We do polls for deciding what gets voted for movies, anime, manga, so on and so forth. So make sure you go on the polls. Go on the polls. It only costs you $1 to be a part of those voting polls on my Patreon. Just $1, and then you'll be able to vote for that one series you guys really want me to see. But I'm thinking about giving more people the option of having more than one vote, so they have more options to pick from in case one series gets voted in or another. So yeah, so I'm probably gonna give people a chance to have at least maybe like 3 or 2 votes per poll. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. But other than that, guys, that's basically it for me. Don't forget to like, comment, sub if you haven't already. Really motivates me to put more content out there for you guys as my guildmates. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I'm out.